Hi, I'm Janice Litvin. I'm a workplace wellness coach and speaker. And today I'd like to talk to you about stress and burnout. And I'm happy to talk about it, even though I know it seems odd to put the word happy in the same sentence with stress or burnout. But I am happy because I've developed a way to help you overcome or learn how to manage your stress so that you don't get burned out. My experience is based on my own experience learning how to manage my own stress, which is based on a methodology that I discovered a couple of years ago called cognitive behavior therapy. And for you, I have developed a toolkit that I call the Banish Burnout Toolkit. Did you know that 66% of American workers are approaching burnout? 66%! That's almost 2/3. That's a very high proportion, and those numbers are based on a poll that Gallup set up. And what causes all this burnout? This, what I call extreme stress? Well, in many cases, again, according to Gallup, in many cases, it can come from lack of control over our work, a manager who's not very supportive, or just sheer volume of work. And then what happens when we get so extremely stressed? We begin to get sick, we get knots in our stomach, migraine headaches. A number of other diseases can result because our stress hormone, the cortisol levels, goes up and our immune system function goes down. Some people even develop heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and other problems. So it's really important to you to learn how to manage your stress a little bit better. Today I'm going to talk about one of the aspects of the toolkit so that you can get a feeling for the ideas. So one of the most important things that you can learn about managing stress at work is about communicating with your manager. Now I know that seems pretty obvious because a manager's job is to manage and support their people, but unfortunately in our workplaces, many managers are promoted before they're really ready. They are promoted because they have very strong technical skills, whether it's software development, accounting, architecture, or law, or engineering. Whatever it is, the kind of work they do, quite often because they're really good at their jobs, management thinks they'd make a good manager because they have a lot of technical knowledge. The problem is many of them don't have emotional intelligence. And according to the World Economic Forum, in 2020 and beyond, emotional intelligence is going to take precedence over technical skills. So it's very important for managers to get trained. In the case where you may not have a manager that's had an opportunity to get trained, you need to take control over your workflow and manage. I call it managing up. What that means is if you're beginning to feel overwhelmed, you just have too much work, you're already working over 8 hours a day, and you're not getting your work done and you're feeling frustrated and you've got a lot of pressure, and then you're stressed at work, and then you go home and you bring all that stress to your home, and then your home life is affected. That means we need to learn how to communicate up. And so what I recommend you do is as rationally as possible, and if you get upset, the best thing you can do is stop, take a really deep breath, and I know in some people think that sounds silly, but it actually has a physiological impact. It actually calms the whole nervous system when you stop and breathe. Or better, if you can take a walk around the block or wherever you're able to walk, that's good too. But stopping and breathing, calming down the central nervous system, and then, if necessary, write out your feelings. Your boss does not want you to burn out. When you burn out and quit a job, then they have to replace you. It can take 8 weeks or more to replace an employee. You've given 2 weeks notice or you've left the job, and then they have all those weeks with no one doing that work or some other poor person doing 2 jobs. So of course, that's not the best for the workplace, it's not the best for you. So the best thing you can do is communicate to your boss calmly. If you need to write it down first, I recommend you write it down. And go into their office and say, listen, I love working here, you're a great boss, but I'm getting overwhelmed, and I need to let you know that I'm not able to get all this work done. I'm working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and the work is still not getting done. what can we, notice the pronoun we, what can we do to take control over the work and either offload some of it or change my priorities and or my deadlines so that we can get this work done. And then I think we'll have a happier, more productive workplace. So just to wrap up, what I've talked about today is one tiny piece of the Banish Burnout Toolkit. So thank you for watching. If you'd like me to come in and speak to your company about any of my wellness topics, including fitness, healthy eating, and the biggie, stress and burnout, connect with me either on my website, JaniceLitvin.com, or through my Instagram or my LinkedIn. Any social media you've got, I can connect with you. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to meeting you.